Mark Walsh here from Embodied Yoga Principles. Today we're going to look at yoga and emotions. So a lot of the Asian traditions, including yoga, many of the martial arts, miss out emotions. Body, mind, spirit, and not so much heart. The emotional domain often is explored more therapeutically in other ways, but there's no reason you can't explore it in a yoga capacity. The simple one is just to notice how you feel. This is a second foundation of mindfulness, I believe, in the Buddhist tradition. Looking at Vedana is the Pali word. So just noticing if you like or don't like postures, I think it's really interesting, or if they're neutral. I hate this one, I like this one. Like, notice that, and what do? Do you tense up when you hate something? Do you grasp after it and not let go of it when you like it? So that's the most basic kind of way into this, is like, dislike, as it were, the most basic kind of fundamental distinction. We can also look at emotions in the body during different postures. And I've noticed that different postures bring out different emotions, tend to connect us to different emotions, or the emotional state we're in at the beginning of class, worth always noticing what emotional state you come into, because it's a filter on your whole class, can really influence whether we want to do a posture or not. So a little bit of a map of the emotions in the body will probably be helpful. There's lots of perspectives on emotions. One I like is by my teacher, Paul Linden, and that's emotions are actions done in the body. So in this sense, yes, emotions are subjective, there's a feeling, but there's a way in which the body has made them. And this is kind of common sense, actually. If you try and do I'm not going to do it because I've got a mic on me, but if you do star jumps and say I'm depressed, it feels weird because you're putting yourself in a body situation which doesn't match the star jumps, jumping up and down, jumping jacks in America don't match being depressed, whereas if you're kind of slumping down and say I'm depressed, it fits much more. So we can look at the directions of the body and the breath as a way into emotions. So if you think of down, we've got sadness, I'm feeling down, yeah? So whenever you're doing postures which are going down or forwards folding, sadness is a bit more available. And if you completely collapse and you've got despair, yeah? Also down, you've got kind of stubbornness, stubbornness, that's another aspect of down. When we talk about being grounded, having this solidity, often people just mean balanced and centered rather than down when they say grounded. They mean, because usually we're a bit up, which can be up and tense, is like anxiety, oh, I'm up and tense, yeah? Up and happy, up and relaxed, of course, is happy, joyful, energized, that's all up there, isn't it? It's like, yay, yeah? Anger is forwards and tense, it's like, we say, come on, we don't say, come on, it doesn't make sense, right? You come forwards if you're aggressive, and forwards open is more curious, more like, oh, what's this? Cool. So postures which are more forwards tend to have one of those tones. Back can be fear, back and tense can be fear. You see some people doing a stretch and they're like, back and tense is not necessarily so much fun. Back and open is like awe, awe-inspired. It's like, whoa, yeah, postures which are kind of back and open have that whoa quality to them. So that's an important one. Other emotions, guilt and shame tend to be kind of twists. So they're ones that can be interesting in kind of twisting situations to take notice of. When people feel like guilty, they're like, oh, well, shameful, what did I do last night? They tend to kind of twist away. So yeah, think of that as your basic emotional map of kind of sad, happy, angry, scared. If you take that map to the different postures, you'll start seeing how they connect. And I think there's lots of ways we can work with emotions in yoga, either to reduce them or to express them, to do a whole sequence in an angry way or a scared way, or to re-own some emotions. You just use your creativity with it. I think there's loads and loads of possibilities. Even the first one, of course, is just noticing the emotional state we're in through yoga class. That awareness is really the foundation. So I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, you can subscribe to the channel, hit the bell. More importantly, however, get the newsletter. So the newsletter you do, is that right? In the box here? Okay. So why you would want the newsletter? So you hear about the best videos, so you actually ask me questions, you can reply to the newsletter, I'll reply. You can hear about events, teacher trainings, other things that are happening, and stay in touch more reliably. So newsletter there.